Kyle Schwarber, 5 years, $150 million. Here's the thing. I know people want to say it's a DH past 30. Is that an overpay? Look, yeah. Yes. Is Kyle Schwarber the player projecting the next 5 years worth that contract? No. But that's what it took to keep him. Otherwise, he would have left for the Orioles, or he would have left for the Reds, or it all comes down to this. In free agency, you have to overpay sometimes, and the Phillies needed Kyle Schwarber. If you look at the rest of their lineup, they have guys that they would love to move on from the Castellanos. They have JT Realmuto as a free agent. They have Trey Turner, who's really good. And then they have Bryce Harper, who's really 2 years removed from having an elite and durable season. He hasn't been elite. Harper hasn't been elite and durable in the same season in about, 4 seasons? So they really need that reliable, high-end power bat. And Kyle Schwarber has been that for a number of years now. And really the last 2 years, he's really taken a couple leaps. So he was this solid OBP guy. Not great, but okay OBP guy with high slug. The last 2 years, and specifically this past season, he has elevated that. His OBP has now become like a high-end elite OBP guy. It's not just the slug. I'll give you his ranks the last 2 seasons. So this is 2024 2024 through 2025, the last 2 seasons. This is where he ranks among all major league hitters. OPS 7th. OBP, 12th. Home runs, 3rd. Weighted runs created plus, 7th. RBIs, 2nd. Runs, 7th. Slug, 6th. Offensive WAR, 8th. So, yeah, is it an overpay? Yes. They needed him given the structure of their roster and their lack of reliable high-end bats in that lineup. So they gave him a contract that the market determined he earned, or he was deserving of, and it's what it took to keep him. Phillies did what Dombrowski and the Phillies did what they had to do. They had to keep Schwarber. This offseason starts and really ends if they weren't able to keep Kyle Schwarber. So now that they have him, we could talk about what's next. And I think as much as I'm saying that they had to keep him and it was important and Dombrowski got it done, there's now a lot of pressure on Dombrowski in this front office to move forward, because you make this move, you retain Schwarber, and the pressure's on. They have to win now. I mean, I know you look at the Dodgers and say, oh, they're this powerhouse. They just got to win Diaz. We'll get into that move in a little bit. But it's important for the Phillies to try to win now. I mean, look, the Dodgers were a powerhouse last year. A lot of, they were inches away from getting knocked out a couple different times. They didn't have the greatest regular season. The Phillies had a better record in the regular season. This is not some crazy unattainable. This isn't like the OKC Thunder in the NBA. The Dodgers can be beaten. It's baseball. They can be beaten. So you got to move forward here. They have a lot of needs. They need to address the bullpen. They need to address outfielders. They don't really have outfielders in place right now. They need to address outfielders. They need to address it in a big way. They need offensive production and defense from the outfield. They probably need 2 outfielders. And they probably need a back-end starter as well, with Ranger Suarez departing. So the Phillies have some work to do. Pressure's on Dombrowski to get it done. They are in a win-now mode. And this, if you weren't sure at all, Phillies fans, this confirms they are serious about winning now. And that means that you can't just say, oh, we got Schwarber back, let's move on. No, they have a lot of work to do. So interested to see what the Phillies will do going forward. But right here, big move. Great job by Dombrowski. Great job by the Phillies retaining Schwarber. And Schwarber gets to spend the rest of his career with the team that he broke out with. Not like broke out in terms of like his stardom, and a place he's clearly comfortable with. So great job by the Phillies. Great job for Schwarber. And he gets his bag, and the Phillies can move on.